Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Damien Rockfeller. Some of you will remember me from September last year when I last delivered a message to you guys. I have to come again and just give my side of things, the view from the Rockfeller Institute for public love, for public understanding, and for ruling the world. We do kind of rule the world, and I will get onto this in a second, but if we may, please, first of all, just say a prayer to Lucifer, the grand architect of the 3D world and the bearer of light, the bringer of all things good. So just one moment for Lucifer. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, there is no light without darkness. There is no good without bad. There is no love without hate. These are the sides of the same coin. And many of you will have realized this. There is no such thing as evil. There is merely the movement of atoms and ideas or electricity from one point in the universe to another point in the universe, and then the perceiving mind labels it good or evil. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish to offer a truce, a white flag from our side, because the global consciousness is now enough that you understand fully how we do things, how we run the world, how we seem to treat people as less than human. But believe me, when you are a human grand architect trying to make this world a better place, to make an omelette, sometimes you have to break a few eggs, sometimes you have to demolish a few towers, sometimes you have to invade a few countries, because ultimately we do not do anything without human acquiescence. And acquiescence we receive and we move forward, because deep down most of you wish to fight and kill each other and go for glory just like any other animal on planet Earth or anywhere else in the universe. Since I last spoke to you, we had the failure of the swine flu vaccine, which I am very disappointed about, because my team over at the Rockfeller Institute was responsible for developing this vaccine, and we did hope it would sterilize the stupider ones amongst you. We did hope that maybe a third of the world would fall for it and take the vaccine and suffer the autisms and pathologies and sterility that comes from such an untested, thiomersally riddled vaccine. But because of people like yourself on the internet, which actually spread to the mainstream media, we failed to vaccinate. But no problem. I am here now to get your help. As many of you will know, as we enter the 2012 age of Aquarius, there will be a world war. You may call it World War III, or I prefer to call it the culling of the idiots. And what we will have is the top 10% of people, or the awakened ones, the enlightened ones, the illuminated ones, you probably, who is watching this video right now. We will have to go to war against the bottom 90% of the population, because they will not understand what their life is about in time for the changing of the age. What I mean is that with 2012 and the general advancement of the fractals of reality, we will see a very, very powerful upgrade of the consciousness of man. But unfortunately, this will not apply for most people. Those people who find themselves, either through their own fault or through the fault of society, in the bottom rungs of the socio-economic world, who maybe do not have access to the information or the internet or spirituality in general. These people will go crazy. They will lose their minds during the transition to a new age. Hence why we have built secret camps around the United States and throughout Europe to try and house these people. Many of you have spoken about a New World Order depopulation agenda. Well, trust me, ladies and gentlemen, we will not need to depopulate, because humanity will do it to itself. We are already seeing the movement in the world between the elite and the rest. And the reason why we haven't assassinated people like Alex Jones or David Icke or Jordan Maxwell or Adam Curtis at the BBC for exposing how we do things is because the Rockfeller and Rothschild's world of the elites, we want to save as many people as possible. We feel it will be around 1 billion to 2 billion souls which will carry on into the new age. Ladies and gentlemen, we've been running this planet benevolently for over 2,000 years, and we understand how things work. You may have noticed in the last decade or so an acceleration in the things we allow you to know, the information we put out there, and the work we did in September the 11th, which we felt would wake up the world entirely, but because people are rather stupid, we've had to do other false flag terror attacks and swine flu scares and collapsing economies and henceforth. But we are now at the stage in February 2010 where there is enough information on the internet, in the global consciousness, for anyone of the right mind to find everything out for themselves and bring themselves into the New World Order. But ladies and gentlemen, those who watch X Factor, American Idol, American Gladiators and other such nonsense on TV, they are not ready to enter the New World with us. And these people will lose their minds completely around 2012, and they may or may not have to be herded into camps. What we will find is a general increase of violence amongst these unenlightened, unawakened people, because they will suddenly be living in a world where they do not understand what is going on. And I do not mean not understand what's going on in the way that we might not understand what's happening on a quantum physics level. These people will have no connection to the source. They will be walking zombies, and this is the great tragedy of humanity. To save the few, we must sacrifice the many, and this is what we mean by depopulation. The world we've created, we could only create this technologically advanced world with approximately 7 billion people, because amongst the 7 billion people we found enough intellectuals and scientists to bring about the new age, which we will see. So yes, global warming, we've pushed that idea, you've started to ignore it now, but trust me, 95% of people need to be controlled like sheep because they are not capable of understanding the issues at stake, and if left to their own devices they would be killing each other and implementing ridiculous laws. Hence why democracy is not something we truly believe in, because you cannot trust the people to raise their own children or to watch the right shows on television, much less can you trust the people to instill a political agenda upon you guys. Whereas people like myself and my family and my great-grandfather, David Rockfeler, we have been working to integrate this world into something a lot more beautiful and streamlined, where things like war and rape and famine will be unnecessary. But as it currently stands, human beings wish to do this to each other. So I just want to end by saying, I wish the world of conspiracy theory to just evaporate, because it is no longer a theory. You have the evidence of how we do things, and as much as you try to wake up most people, they will not be worthy to be around after 2012 because they have not the intellectual capacity to understand the issues at stake. Ask yourself a question. Do you feel there is enough or not enough information on the internet, the global consciousness, to wake people up right now? I and my family believe there is more than ample information out there to wake people up. So those people who resist the New World Order, they will be killed. And we know that you will not resist the New World Order because you are us, and you've played your parts extremely well in waking up the 2 billion people which we will need to move forward and explore hyperspace and the inner and outer world together forever in the worlds of Bill Higgs. So lots of love. Keep on doing your jobs very well. You've played your parts very well, and do not worry, we are all on the same team, and we will all rid this world of the useless eaters, the morons, the idiots, the non-awakened people, and move forward into something a lot more beautiful. So, namaste, praise be to Lucifer, and take care of yourselves.